Hi, my name is Ifrah Arab. I am the founder and CEO of Supermom. Supermom is a social enterprise that empowers women from marginalized communities here in Kenya to create a sales force that distributes fast-moving consumer goods within their communities. Supermom aims to solve the problem of the last mile distribution gap of fast-moving consumer goods while empowering women from these marginalized communities to get a way of earning a living. We train these women on basic financial skills, match them with products from manufacturing companies, and they're then able to distribute these products within their communities and get a way of earning a living. There is no exact balance to entrepreneurship and, just other things in life. So balancing being an entrepreneur and being a student, there's no correct balance. I haven't found the formula as well, but what I can share is what has worked for me so far. And it's been managing my time. So from the time I was in law school and the time I started Supermom, they were occurring simultaneously. So for me, it was understanding that I have these two duties that I both need to fulfill. So it was finding and managing my time wisely. And the best way to put it for me was doing what I'm supposed to do at the right time, doing what just finishing what I'm supposed to do when it's supposed to be done. So, if I had assignments, then I'd get done with assignments. If I had some reading, then, I'd manage my time. Another thing that I found very useful was having an amazing team. When you empower your team to do their work greatly, when they share your passion, when they share the vision, and they know where you're headed, then it makes it easier for you to delegate the work. Then you're able to actually successfully move the work that the company that you're running. So for me at Supermom, the team was really, really useful. Another thing I found really useful was just learning as much as I could. So whenever I had free time, I dedicated to learn more about, how I could make my life easier. So just learn how to use different productivity tools, learn how to upskill myself so that I make my work at Supermom easier and make it even easier for me to continue, even with school, I'd find ways to make my work easier. I had the best friends, the best classmates, I'd be in groups that would actually understand that I had other tasks, and this was really useful. The people around you are just, really useful in helping you manage your time and everything. The environment around an entrepreneur is really important in, the success of an entrepreneur. The environment around an entrepreneur could be family, could be friends, and just the people in your life and the people around you. For me, in my journey with Supermom, there was a lot of influence from family, there was a lot of influence from friends. Supermom in itself, the idea and the problem and the solution that we're creating at Supermom, which is closing the last mile distribution gap, was something that was influenced by my mom. This was because, I used to help her in her shop, and, I used to, talk to her customers, and through, the conversations that I had with, some of her clients and some of her customers is how I realized that the challenge that existed, the last mile distribution gap, and which is how I created, the solution that Supermom is offering now. Also, her work in empowering women, because she was very supportive of, the empowerment of women. She was very keen supporting a lot of women groups. Also inspired me as a child, to continue creating that and for in being passionate and creating this environment that pushes for gender equality within my community. My dad was a huge influence as well. He never gave me his support directly because, as an African parent, for him, and for most of us, a lot of African parents, are very used to the traditional careers. So a lot of them want you to go to school and become a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer in my case. And it was, it was such a hustle every single day, trying to get him to understand that, I'm passionate about this and this is what I want to do. And this is, the work that I'm trying to do. And for him, it was, just become a lawyer. Why are you trying to do this other thing? And it's very difficult to explain to a parent, but then they have your best interest at heart. He never directly, said, I support you. Even to date, he's never really outrightly said, I support you, but then you can see the form of support in different things. The first warehouse that, Supermom had was given to us by my dad. He did threaten me for a long time that he was going to ask for rent, which he still hasn't. But that was, he never said directly, oh, I support this work that you're doing. Even today, he still says, oh, I still want you to become a lawyer. But then that was some form of indirect support. A lot of times when I had questions around business, he was there for me. He'd give advice, but then he'd still, stick to the, I am not for this, I'd rather you be this. And he's never once stopped me from, the work that I'm doing at Supermom. He's always, given me limits. Like he's always given me rules where, I have to perform or I have to achieve certain grades so that, I'm able to continue running Supermom. But then even with that, I think I took it as a form of encouragement and just continued with the work that I was doing. Friends are very influential. By friends, I mean, the team around you, your mentors, the people you look up to, the environment basically around you is very important to your growth as an entrepreneur. If the environment around you is not supportive enough, then your mentality and your attitude towards things, or sometimes the challenges you face, and will just be even worse, or rather you will not get that support system that kind of pushes you forward. So family, friends, basically just the environment around an entrepreneur is very, very key to the success of an entrepreneur.